Hi guys and gals out in YouTube land, it's Miss Beverly back at you this afternoon to show you my finished product. This is my unit from Bestlacewigs.com, and I wanted to show you guys my application process. Although I'm not quite ready yet to actually put it on camera because it took me forever. I did want to show you what I used and how I got it on there though, so that, you know, I could share the information with you guys. But before I do anything, let me do a little clarification video. I made a video and uploaded it the other day of my new digs here, of my new apartment. And I did a subby shout out, you know, and I was talking about my subscribers and that, you know, how much I appreciate you guys and love you guys and so forth. And I was mentioning that I had several young ladies, Caucasian young ladies, say to me that after having found me on YouTube that they have gained the courage to wear wigs. And that's, you know, I was saying, you know, that's a true honor to have someone say that to you, that, you know, because of you they feel comfortable enough to do this. And so I was making that statement. And in saying that, I said something along the lines of, you know, because there's just no white women on YouTube doing wig reviews. Now, there were some people that were bothered by that. So let me just explain. I didn't mean that statement in the very literal term, as in there's nobody. Let me give you an analogy. Say you go to a party with your girlfriend and there's not that many people there, and you look around and you say to your friend, there's nobody here. Okay, now you don't really mean that there's nobody. You just mean that there's not very many people there. Okay? You see what I'm saying? That's what I meant. Because obviously I know that I am not the only Caucasian woman doing wig reviews, because I'm subscribed to some of them, so therefore I know. So I wanted to clarify that right now before I have, you know, my subscribers just think I'm some kind of arrogant, raging asshole who thinks the sun rises and sets in my asshole. That is certainly not the case. So I wanted to make sure that you guys, you know, if a couple of people were bold enough to tell me, then that may mean that there's several others that, you know, didn't say anything but thought it. So I wanted to clarify that. I also wanted to say this, that I do on occasion purchase wigs that I've had a request to do, you know, I'm just looking for something new and different to do a review on, and I may not necessarily be going to keep those units and wear them for myself. Now, this is my hobby, okay? This is my hobby, like someone has a hobby where they sew, or they collect stamps, or they, you know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, like a hobby, okay? This is my hobby. So this is what I choose to spend my money on, okay, as my hobby. So, you know, it doesn't mean I'm rolling in dough because I buy some wigs that I don't wear, because I actually sell those wigs and make some of that money back anyway, you know, in order to buy more wigs. So, you know, it isn't that I'm rich and I just have all this money. It's that this is my hobby, and so this is what I spend my extra money on, okay? So, so I just wanted to clarify that also. And yeah, so there we go. I hope that clears that up. If it doesn't, feel free to ask me, and I will, you know, share any information I can. So now let's talk about this unit. So this unit is the wig that I purchased, like I said, from Bestlacewigs.com. This is called stock number, let's see, it's SW081. And what this was supposed to be, which you can see it is clearly not, was supposed to be a loose body wave. Oh, it's more like a deep wave. I mean, you can tell this sucker is curly. Curly, not really wavy. But, yeah, so, you know, and the cap was too big, and it was just, you know, it was just, I was so frustrated, I'm gonna tell you. But, you know, I got to thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I am not going to let this wig get the best of me. And I'm not going to throw away $160 either, because that would be a waste of money. So the wigs I buy that I'm not really going to wear are not expensive wigs. They're cheap wigs, you know, 20 bucks or whatever, maybe 25 at the very most. So, you know, this was 160. I'm not throwing that in the trash. So what I decided to do was just give it a shot. Now, I started off with this tape, right? Now, I got it in a bag like this. I bought it from Rocky Trading. It's just this basic tape, no name brand or anything on it. It did not hold on my skin. I mean, it did not hold at all. It just did not. And so that was not working, and it was terrible. I mean, I was so frustrated. It didn't even stick to the, you know, I don't know if maybe it's because I sweat. Maybe it's because I sweat too much or something, but it just, you know. So I said, well, fuck it. So let me just figure something else out. So what I decided to do was okay, let me figure out some glue. You know, I'll buy some glue. And so I got to watching videos on here and everything, and was looking for the videos, and I couldn't find any consensus of, you know, this is the best stuff ever, you know. So finally I just said, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to make my own. I'm just going to figure it, not make my own glue, but, you know, make what's best for me, right? So here's what I settled on. This stuff right here is from Salon Pro. It's the 30-second Extreme Hold Lace Wig Bond right here. And this stuff is pretty good. It really is. It's great. And I had already known that because I had bought this little, like, touch-up doodad that has the, it kind of looks like a lip gloss with the sponge applicator thing. And so I had already purchased that, and so I just thought, well, you know what, let's just give it a shot. So that's what I did. Then a few days ago, I sat down and I was like, okay, you know, how am I going to do this? So I decided I didn't put like the glue all the way around my head first. What I did was like put a bunch right across the top and on the wig cap too, but all across the top, right? And so I did the top first and then held it down and used like my rat tail comb to kind of get in here and push it down and so forth, you know. And then I did, you know, the temples on either side, and then I moved down and so forth, you know. And just so I just did sections at a time. And that, you know, that worked okay. However, when I tell you that it was messy, I'm talking about my fingers were stuck together and I'm like, yeah, you know. I had cotton balls because I used my cotton ball to try to get the stuff off, and then I had cotton stuck to all my fingernails, and, you know, oh my God. So, you know, so I started using, and I started out with just like the alcohol, you know, trying to clean it off with the alcohol. And that was okay, but fortunately for me, I had actually purchased, but I'd forgotten that I had it. I'd forgotten I had it sitting right here by me. This adhesive remover. So I'm sitting there trying to scrub this shit off with cotton balls. Oh my God. You guys, you do not even want to see what I was talking about. Jesus Christ. It was just, oh. So I bought this stuff, this adhesive remover. It says removes tape and adhesive residue. So I bought this stuff from Hair Wig Harlem for $2.99. Now this is like a 4-ounce bottle, so I'm assuming this shit is going to last a long time. And at $2.99, I mean, you know, that's pretty reasonable. So, after I did all, you know, like the initial part, I went back through and kind of pulled up the sides and everything to just kind of see what, you know, if there were areas that I had missed and I needed to go back. So what I did was then I took this. I took a Q-tip like this, and I cut the cotton part off to come to this, right? So then I took my glue, my lace glue, and held the doodad up like that, and then took the Q-tip and just kind of scraped some glue onto the end of the Q-tip, right? And then I took the Q-tip into the area where I needed to re-glue and just slid the Q-tip in and rolled it over the lace and onto the skin. And I'd say for each little spot I probably did that twice, you know, so I'd have enough glue. Let it set for, you know, a couple of minutes and then pressed down. And yesterday I had a couple of very small parts kind of lift, so that's what I did yesterday also, and it worked great. Now, I don't know if that's the best way or anyone else's way or even a good way, but it worked for me. So now I did a little bit of modification to this unit also. As you can see, clearly when it came to me it didn't have any bang or anything. But this unit was so big and it was so heavy to the face that I actually took my razor that I've talked to you guys about before, and I actually just thinned it out around the face and then created like a, I don't really want to call it a bang, but like a semi, you know, just an area that's kind of side like this, and there's also a small piece on the other side to just help to cover the lace area also, and then just take some of that weight off the face. And it worked quite well. Now let me show you guys the back. This unit, when I say this is a lot of hair, it is a lot of hair. So now let me just show you guys. Here's the hair. I hope you guys can see it. And as you can see, I just pulled up and twist knotted the sides up, like you can see here. To just kind of take it again, to take it off, you know, so much of it off the face and pull it back. And that's how I went out this morning with my friend, went to breakfast, and went to a couple of thrift stores, went thrift store shopping. You know, that's a great time right there. And yeah, so that's how I wore my hair. And I plan on keeping this for, oh, you know, I'm going to see how long it'll stay on. And then, you know, until next time to wash. And then I'm going to take the adhesive remover and lift, you know, slowly lift it off, and then I wash the unit. I did get a little bit of, I did get a little bit of glue on the hairline area where I didn't want it. So what I did was I just took the actual Q-tip end and a little small amount of the adhesive remover, and then I just kind of lifted and wiped over the areas to get it off of my skin. I did a allergy skin test as well and placed it on the back of my hand and waited, and I didn't have any trouble. And that's a good idea because this stuff is real, you know, chemically, you guys, so you need to be careful. Yeah, so I'll be back at you shortly. I've got some stuff I want to share with you that I purchased, and so until next time, rock on. Bye-bye.